Oxidation number. Look at this, the reaction. The hydrogen gas react with oxygen gas to give water. Similarly, hydrogen react with the chlorine gas to form hydrogen chloride. Methane react with chlorine gas to form carbon tetrachloride and HC. See, this here the hydrogen is the free state. That's mean here no combinations of any other element. Here only the free state. Look at here, the hydrogen is here combined form of that is combined with oxygen. That is binding with oxygen. So in free state the oxidation is 0. In combined state they have some oxidation number. Okay, that we will see that here we can visualize the hydrogen atom as going from the neutral, that is 0 state to that is the positive state in H2O, 0 to positive state. Okay, the oxygen atom goes from 0 to the 0 state in O2 to di-negative, that is di-negative state in water molecule, that is in H2O. Assumed that there is an electron transfer from hydrogen and oxygen, that is hydrogen to oxygen, and consequently hydrogen is oxidized and oxygen is reduced. Okay, so these are the some example. Here also look at this. Hydrogen and chlorine. Hydrogen is oxidized and chlorine is reduced. In this reaction, carbon is oxidized and chlorine is reduces. Okay, so this is the oxidation state. That is, in order to keep track the electron shift in the chemical reaction involving formation of covalent compounds, there is more practical methods of using oxidation number has been developed. That is, in this method, it is always assumed that there is a complete transfer of electron from a less electronegative atom to a more electronegative atom. This is the example. Okay, so oxidation number denotes the oxidation state of an element in a compound ascertained according to a set of rules formulated on the basis of that electron pair in a covalent bond belongs entirely more electronegative element. Now we will see the oxidation number rule. That means before that it is not always possible to remember or make out easily in a compound which element is more electronegative than the other. Okay, therefore the set of rule has been formulated to determine the oxidation number of an element in a compound. Okay, rules of the oxidation number. See, first, elements in free or uncombined state, the oxidation status 0. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine, sodium, magnesium, like this. So all these elements having 0 oxidation state, because there is elements in free state and that is an uncombined form. They are only single. Okay, that means they are diatomic molecule but in single. There is same atoms. Then second is all the alkali metal exist only +1 oxidation state. All alkali metals only exist +1 oxidation state. They never exist any other oxidation state. Similarly, all the alkaline earth metals exist only +2 oxidation state. They never exist any other oxidation state. For example, alkali metals mean there is the group 1 element. The group 1 elements from that hydrogen to like hydrogen, sodium, potassium, all that elements having only +1 oxidation state. In alkaline earth metals, they have +2 oxidation state, that is magnesium, calcium, like that. So these elements are having +2 oxidation state. Then for ions composed of only one atom, the oxidation number is equal to the charge on the ion. For example, look at this: sodium chloride, magnesium chloride. Here the sodium having +1 and the chlorine having the -1. Similarly, in sodium is a group 1 element. So look at this here, the positive charge. So that +1. Look at here, magnesium is the alkaline earth element, alkaline earth metal. So that here only +2 oxidation state. So that here look at here MgCl2. So +2 and -2. So that's why the charge is, the oxidation is equal to the charge on the ion. Okay. Then the oxidation state of the oxygen is in most compounds is -2. But sometimes except, that is peroxide and the superoxide. In the case of peroxide or in the case of superoxide, they exist peroxide -1 and the superoxide is -2. Example, for peroxide H2O2 Na2O2, here the oxidation state of the oxygen is -1 and here also the -1. In the case of the superoxide, KO2 and RbO2, rubidium oxide, here -12. Oxidation state of the oxygen is -12. In this oxygen also -12. Okay. Suppose the oxygen difluoride and dioxygen difluoride, here the oxidation state of the oxygen is +2 and +1 in the case of O2F2, that is dioxygen difluoride. It is also known, that is the +1 and +2 also possible. That is the number of assigned, that is the oxygen will depend upon the bonding state of oxygen, but must in the number would now be the positive figure only. Okay. Because here compared to both are electronegative, but compared to oxygen and fluorine is the most electronegative element. Already see, we know that fluorine usually exists -1 oxidation state. That's why here the oxygen gets positive charge. Then the hydrogen is commonly exhibit +1 oxidation state, but in the case of the hydrides, it exhibit -1 oxidation state. Example, lithium hydride, lithium aluminum hydride, sodium hydride, calcium hydride. So these are the example. So -1 for hydrogen stands for -1 in this hydrogen, in this hydrogen. So here these are called hydrides. In case of hydrides, hydrogen exhibit -1 oxidation state. Then halogens, that fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, so these are called halogens. The group 17 elements exist -1 oxidation state, but it also known +1, +3, +5, +7, where it is +1, +5, +7 like this. In the case of oxo acid and oxo anions, they exhibit +1, +3, +5 and +7. And the very important one, fluorine always exists -1 oxidation state, but exception in hypofluorous acid, that is HOF. Fluorine only +1 oxidation state in the case of hypofluorous acid, that is HOF. So only one compound, that is hypofluorous acid, fluorine exhibit +1 oxidation state, where any other case of fluorine, they exist only -1. In your textbook, the fluorine always exists -1 only, but the exceptions are that is the exception, hypofluorous acid. So in the case of hypofluorous acid is +1 oxidation state for fluorine. Okay. Then in a polyatomic ion, the algebraic sum of all the oxidation state of an atom of ion must equal to the charge on the ion. For example, carbonate, that is CO3 2 minus. Okay, this means the oxygen atom and that is the sum of the oxidation number of 3 oxygen atoms and 1 carbon atom in the carbonate ion. So here the CO3 2 minus, that is must equal to -2. Okay. Now we will see some examples you can clearly identify. See, look at this is the example H4P2O7, H2S2O7, NaBH4, Al2SO fourth rise, and MnO4 minus. The underlined elements that you have to find the oxidation number. So in H4P2O7, what is the oxidation state of phosphorus here? Look at this. This is H4P2O7. Here you have to find out the oxidation state of phosphorus, so that put X. Then in hydrogen, the oxidation number already we know that from that rule, so +1, and oxygen having most commonly -2, so that here -2. So now count +1 into 4 +4, and here 2 phosphorus, so that 2x, and 2 into 4 7 minus 14 because of minus charge, so is equal to 0. Then the 2x equals to 10 and x is equal to +5. Here the phosphorus oxidation state is +5. Then second case, hydrogen sulfur oxygen. Here the H2S2O7, that is oleum. Here you have to find out the oxidation state of the sulfur atom. Hydrogen +1 and oxygen also -2, and here sulfur put x, so +2, 2x minus 14 is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to +12 and x is equal to +6. So sulfur oxidation state of this oleum, in the case of oleum, is +6. Then sodium borohydride, NaBH4. Here sodium having +1, and boron we have to find out, so that x, put x, and hydrides, here hydrides having -1 charge, so that I put -1 here. Now sodium having +1 and x, -1 into 4 -4, so x is equal to +3. Here the boron oxidation status +3. Then look at this aluminum sulfate. So the aluminum sulfate, you have to find out the oxidation number for aluminum. Aluminum always exhibit +3 oxidation state. It never exists any other oxidation state. We can see the SO4 is the polyatomic ion, so that whole charge is -2. So -2 into 3 -6. So x 2x because of Al2. 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to +3. So here the aluminum oxidation state is +3. Then manganate, that is MnO4 minus. Here find the oxidation state of manganese. So put x, and O4 is -2, so that -2 into 4 -8. Here the charge, you have to note the charge. Here charge is given, so -1. Just put in the -1 after that equal. So whatever in the charge, you have to put that one. Okay, whether plus or minus, whatever it is, you have to just where is no charge mean you have to put 0. Suppose charge is given mean the charge you must indicate here. So that here -1, so that I put -1 here. So now the x is equal to +1. Here the manganese oxidation status +7. Okay, so x is equal to +7 oxidation state. Look at this. In the case of peroxide and the superoxide, see Na2O2 is a peroxide. Here you have to find out the sodium oxidation state. So x, put x, and in case of peroxide, the oxygen stands for -1 oxidation state. So -1 into 2 -2, that is 2x. So is 2x plus 2, 2x is equal to +2, x is equal to +1. See here the oxidation state of sodium is +1. Just remember that all alkali elements having +1 oxidation state. Here the sodium is the alkali metal, so they having +1 oxidation state. Okay, suppose if you put 2 means the oxidation state will be wrong here. That's why this is a peroxide. And look at this, this is the superoxide, KO2. KO2 is a superoxide. So here find the oxidation number of the potassium in superoxide. See here the superoxide, in the case of superoxide, the rule is what? Oxygen stands for -12 oxidation state. Okay, so -12 into 2 -1. So x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to plus 1. So remember that this is also alkali metal, so it exhibits plus 1 oxidation state. The rule is all the alkali metals exhibit only plus 1 oxidation state. So example is here, and also superoxide, ferroxide, so minus 1, minus of in the case of superoxide and the ferroxide and the superoxide. Okay, so plus 1 here, also plus 1. See, look at this, the paradox of fractional oxidation number. Here sometimes we come across with certain compounds in which the oxidation number of a particular element, the component fraction. For example, this is carbon suboxide. Here the carbon oxidation status 4/3. Here look at this. This is tribromo octoxide. So here the bromine having 16/3 oxidation status, 16/3, and this is tetrathionate ion. This is the thionate ion. Here the oxidation status sulfur is 2.5. And the SO4 2 minus. This is having 2 minus. Okay. Now we'll see. We know that the idea of the fractional oxidation number is unconvincing to us because the electrons are never transferred or shared in fraction. Okay? Actually, this fractional oxidation status, the average oxidation state of the element under examination under the structural parameters. So, that is, the structural parameter revealed that the element for whom fractional oxidation state is realized in the present in different oxidation state. See, look at this, the structure of the carbon suboxide. So the carbon suboxide here, this carbon plus 2, this carbon is 0, this carbon is plus 2. How it is means, see, this is minus 2, this oxygen having minus 2. So that's mean this carbon must have plus 2. And this here they connected with oxygen, so that this is oxygen having minus 2, so that it will be plus 2. So here this carbon is only connecting with carbon, so that here carbon having 0 oxidation. Now count all 3, 4, this plus 2 and this plus 2 plus 4, and 3 carbon atoms are there. That's why the carbon oxidation status 4/3 already we seen here. Okay. Then look at this tribromo octoxide. Tribromo octoxide is the structure is like this. See, Br double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, and here Br double bond O, double bond O, here Br double bond O, double bond O, double bond O. See, in this bromine connected with 3 oxygen, so that minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 6, so it will become plus 6. In this oxygen, in this bromine connected with 2 oxygen, so this minus 2 and this minus 2, minus 4, it will become this is plus 4. And here same minus 6 and plus 6 for bromine. Now count all this bromine atom, 6, 10, 16. So totally bromine having 16 oxidation number, so 16 divided by 3, so that the fraction is, the average oxidation state of this element bromine is 16/3. Then look at this, this is tetrathionate ion. So here the sulfur connected with 3 oxygen, in this sulfur connected with 3 oxygen, here no oxygen. So here the oxidation state is 0 for this, just put 0, and look at this, this having minus 2 and this having minus 2. So here one oxygen is minus valency, so that here minus 1, minus 2, minus 2, minus 1, so that it will become minus 5. So the opposite charge is plus 5. Similarly, in the case of this also same like that. So this minus 2, minus 2, this is minus 1. Okay, so here minus 5 and this it will become plus 5. Here sulfur having 4 sulfur atom, 10. So 10 divided by 4, it will become 2.5. So tetrathionate ion sulfur oxidation status, the average oxidation status 2.5. Okay, students. See, the idea of the oxidation number has been invariably applied to define oxidation, reduction, oxidizing agent, that is oxidant, reducing agent, that is reductant, and the redox reaction. We can summarize, we may say that is oxidation as an increase in the oxidation number of the element in the given substance. Then reduction is a decrease in the oxidation number in the element in the given substance. Then oxidizing agent is a reagent which can increase the oxidation number of an element in a given substance. So these reagents are also called oxidants. Then reducing agent, the reducing agent which lowers the oxidation number of element in a given substance, and these are also called reductants. And the redox reaction is reaction which involve change in oxidation number of the interacting species. Okay, thank you, students.